story, it's at the beginning of time. There's nothing, just water, primordial water. There's no light, there's no time, there's nothing. It's endless, boundless, lifeless. And then within noon is the water. Within this chaotic, dark, unstructured place, an egg opens, bursts forward, and out of the egg, a plume of red earth bursts upwards and breaks the surface of the water, and a large mound is formed. And on that mound is the first god, Atun. Now, Atun is glorious. He has golden, shining skin. He's bright. He is light. We have light. But he's lonely. There's nothing, only the water, this mound, and himself. So what does he do? He looks into the water to find a companion, to see what's going on. And all he sees is a reflection of his own glorious self. But it inspires him. And in a supreme act of athleticism, this new god manages to masturbate and catch the ejaculate in his mouth and spew it out through his mouth and his nose. And what has happened? He gets 2 children, Shu and Tafnu. Now, Shu and Tefnut are twins. They are close, very close. He, out of his body, these new beings are moisture, Shu, and Tefnut is the air, the dry air. And they eddy with each other, they play with each other, they chase each other, and together they are lovers, the wind to each other. The conception is easy. They storm and give birth to a son and a daughter, Nut and Ged. Now, Nut and Ged are different to their grandfather and their parents. They are tricky. Nut is of thinking, of imagination, of deep thought, of philosophy. Ged is all about being real, being grounded. He plays, he creates out of his skin, he creates deep valleys. He plays with his bones, he creates structures, he creates mountains. He goes at it. And he has no time really for his sister, who's also his consort, with her notions. And she takes to sketching on her skin. She writes out theorems, and she's looking to understand their divinity, their nature, what this is all about. While Ged is planting and playing and rolling around, and she thinks he's a bit of an idiot, to be honest. And he thinks that she's got her head in the air, the sky. Eventually, they do copulate and they have children. But the difficulty is that Nut eats their children, which enrages Ged, who tries to murder his previous consort. And so the parents have to come down and separate them. Shu and Tefno create a barrier between them, and into the sky goes Nut. She becomes the fastening, the firmament that holds the chaos and the waters down. And Ged is sent down, and he becomes the rich, fertile, dark earth. And so now that they are separated and they have learned somehow to stay in their domains, we have now an edge. Her body, Nut's body, is arched over Ged's, but her body is a pathway. It's an edge. She's not a barrier. She's the pathway that the sun and the moon and the stars will go along. And beneath her, you have the atmosphere, which is her mum and her father. And then underneath that, we have the earth. Okay. And then after that, once they have calmed down enough, they meet again and copulate, and they bring forward 4 children. In birth order, there's Osiris and Isis, twins. They were so close that allegedly they were copulating in the womb before they were born. And after that was born Seth, and the last one was his sister, who was Tefnut. And there you have all of the 9 gods which are called the Aeneid. Now, the important point about all of this is that these 9 beings have established the cosmos. We have light, we have dark, we have night, we have day, we have the sky, we have the atmosphere, we have the earth, we have the sea. We have, out of chaos, we have formed what the Egyptians call Mat, which is order against chaos. And out of these 9 people, we will end up with the structure of Egypt and its rulers, and this is the basis, the core of what Egypt is about. And then the question is, where do the people come from? Now, this is very interesting. At one stage, when our very athletic primal god was not paying attention, his twins fell into the water. And he panicked. He panicked because if there's something that upsets the gods of Egypt, it's chaos. And Nun, the primordial water, is the definition of chaos. And so his twins disappeared, and he was distraught, and he cried, and he cried, and he pulled out his eye, plucked his eye out and threw it into the water to go find those babies. And the eye found them and brought them back. Later on, that eye becomes a goddess. Much better story. However, for now, the children are restored to him, and he cries tears of relief and gratitude and love. And those tears, when they land, become human beings. So here you have the gods, the cosmos, and humans who are like a byproduct of godly emotion. And now there is an order, and now there is a structure. And the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and the Nile flows north, and the wind blows south, and things will always be orderly. And going forward, the king the god king, is responsible for maintaining Mat order. And that is probably the central idea